Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, Brother tells him Mark mentioned from the prophets of Babylon came here in Central Florida. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great ones who will teach as well. Peace and salutations be to all full elect. And this is going to be a quick hit. Pretty much suffering, you learn from suffering, man. Suffering teaches many. And suffering can be a really great teacher. One of the best teachers is suffering. Because you learn, suffering that you don't want to go through the suffering anymore. So after you finish suffering, you take the precautionary methods to not suffer that way again. It's the same thing with the Lord's laws, man. It's ways He chastises you. You end up going off, and the Lord, the demon or angel, whatever it may be, to chastise you. You say, damn, I know this is something off. I don't want to go off like that again because I don't want to keep suffering. And that is the whole purpose of the suffering. That is the whole purpose of the ass whooping. Because when you got an ass whooping from your parents, it was so that you wouldn't do it again. There's not many people I know. I don't know anybody, honestly, and not many people in the world that actually sits down and enjoys getting chastised, getting their ass beat. Unless you're an Edomite. But Israel is not a common thing. So when you would get beaten by your parents, you would pay them reverence or grab it. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9. Furthermore, here. This book of Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence, meaning what? Respect. After that, we was like, oh no, I ain't doing that again. You have the utmost manners, your utmost in your behavior, listening to whatever they told you to do, because you didn't want to do that ass whooping no more. Especially when you know you're about to get an ass whooping. You don't want to mess up. You want to try to be found. You want to try to be found mercy. And have mercy upon you. So you try to be on your best behavior when they get to whoop your ass, man. You try to be nice to them and this and that, and the same thing with the Lord, man. But you gotta live like that. That's a lifestyle that you have to live. You have to be on your best behavior with the Lord, Yahawashi. And even then, you're still gonna get chastised oftentimes. That makes the Lord say, what? What the book of Job say? Shall he be good unto us and not give to us evil also? It's the Lord's balance. You're not just gonna be receiving good in the hands of the Lord always. You gotta receive some evil too, man. You gotta know the Lord's you gotta know the Lord's balance. How He gets things done. That's very important for us to know. It'll help us a lot in our walk. It says, shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Because the Lord will get down to business. It's just like he's on an alpha and omega level. He's on the highest level. You can't go little with the Lord. Lord, hits your ass for something. You might be in the hospital for weeks. It's not the same with your parents. They will give you a couple of slaps in the ass or whatever, wherever it may be, and then it's done. But the Lord can chastise you for weeks, months. I wouldn't venture to say years, but weeks and months, this is long enough, man. Chastisement, you're just fighting demons, man. It says, verily, for a few days, chastise us after their own pleasure. But He for our profit, so the Lord chastises chastises us for our profit, which means it might be chastised for a few weeks, a few months. You know, your parents, they may ground you for a few days, give you a whooping, but this is to ease. This is, to make them feel better, as if, oh yeah, I feel like you learned. I'm not mad at him anymore. I'll take him off punishment, or I'll stop grounding him. Sometimes they spare the rod. They spare the rod. They spare the whooping stick, man. They may give you three stripes. They may give you no stripes. But the Lord gonna give you stripes, man, and it's gonna be spiritual stripes where you getting hit all kinds of shit. Not a belt, but you be getting hit with the Lord's belt. So it's gonna be a heavier weight to bear, and you ain't gonna want to suffer that anymore. It says, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. So we want to be partakers of the Lord's holiness. That's why he's chastising us, so that he can save us. He's not chastising us because he doesn't like us, or he hates us, or he's just very upset with us. He's chastising us so that we can have a spot in the chariot. Now, no chastising for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So, yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness, man. After you get that ass whooping from the Lord, you begin to learn, and you do better, and you become wiser, stronger, more knowledgeable and understanding. This is how the Lord increases us many times. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 34, verse 9. A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. So you learn a lot of things just by having that experience, Just by experiencing it, you learn a lot of things, man. So with that, I'm gonna end this quick hit because I just arrived at work. So I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKUDASH. Next, I say,